Yeah. Did you have like an idea? Well, we were gonna talk about something and have
You talked about last time answering only the chat, but we didn't discuss any certain specific topic for this one.
right. Let me turn this down just in case because I don't want. All right, let me get here, and we're just warming up and getting people ready in here. Yeah. Today was crazy for me because today was Cabda and yo, what's up, BMX AF? Today was Cabda, and I would say I'm not even kidding you. 60% of people didn't show up.
That's insane.
Like there was probably at one time the most amount of people in there was maybe 50 people. And
Wow.
the great part was we got to move our booths, and it was S&M, Kink, Merit, and Etnies. So
Jeez.
all the BMX groups got to come together, which Cabda doesn't do that. They separate all of us.
Wow. What's up, Jason Taylor, Mason Patrick, Z, Zach Riser, 4130 Machinist. Everybody's in here. So here's the hot question. Do we think that Trey Jones is going to cancel Swamp Fest? Because that's 3 weeks away.
Well, I will tell you right now, you are not allowed to have more than 250 people in one area anywhere in the state of New York right now. And New
Wow.
Jersey isn't allowing it either. So, and schools are getting shut down.
Yep, they just announced today schools are being shut down for 3 weeks here.
So, um,
NHL and NBA is suspending the games.
they already have.
Yeah, that's what someone said. What will happen? I was talking with Grom Dad, the guy who does the BMX in our blood, today about that one, the Olympics.
I know March Madness is shut down, and
Yep.
the Shanghai thing or whatever X Games is shut down too.
Yeah, dude, it's like, I mean, I get it. I get where people are coming from, where people are like, oh, it's just being paranoid, but it's also like, no, this is just being smart and just shutting down everything so that it minimizes the worst that could happen.
Well, I live in a hotbed right now, and
Mason, don't even start because you're wrong. Anyways,
anyway, I don't. It's what I want to talk about. It is I want to talk about the effects that it could have on BMX. And there's one thing that a lot of people, especially kids, are not going to think about, and companies for new product and stuff coming out, like early springtime, and then early summer's coming for orders.
yeah,
And anybody that has warehouses that are affected by that and shipping cargo, we're not getting anything. No bike companies are getting anything brand new if
yeah.
cargo is stopped. And that's something people really need to think about. So, all you kids excited for new brands coming out with new things, I don't know. And I'm not here to like spark up a scare or say anything, but it is a big deal. And we had the Cabda show, and like I said, probably a lot of the big companies didn't show up.
I wouldn't
And
either.
um, I didn't touch my face, and I have spray, and I've been spraying. And then because they were talking about everything in grocery stores are selling out, so I
Yeah.
had to go to the grocery store to buy stuff, and people were fighting in the grocery store. Everything is marked up. I went to go get noodles. Do you know how much a thing of ragu sauce was?
No.
$8.
That's illegal.
They don't give a shit. Gas went up. Gas is $4 and something. It was
What?
$2.20 yesterday.
Dude, gas went down here like a lot.
And so anyway, with switching it and going back to BMX, I have a ride out. So we have a big shop stop and a ride out this Saturday, and then Sunday we're supposed to go to New York, but we gotta cancel with New York because I you can't have big groups go to New
Yeah.
York, so we won't have the jam and the ride out. But Saturday we'll be in New Jersey. We got to play it by ear, but just congregating and having a lot of people together just doesn't work.
That was what makes me think about Swamp Fest. If Swamp Fest was like 2 months away, then I'd be like, okay, maybe. But the fact that
It's
it's
not worth it. It's not worth it.
no,
Like you can't. It already over here. You can't be around that many people, and I mean, obviously, the cure for whatever that stuff is definitely
it's not
Trey
coming.
Jones's sweat because
Trey
he's
Jones
always
sweat.
so dirty. But I'm just saying that like it's just not safe, and I don't care. Like the other part is just right now with it, just play safe, wash your hands, don't touch anything, don't handshake, and getting back towards BMX. Like right now, our product's fine. The place that we're getting it made, we're on time. But
Yeah,
I know a lot of big companies that are not getting their stuff. And right now, we're not even thinking about ports. Ports is scary because people on cruise ships ain't allowed to come.
yeah,
Airplanes are shut down. So,
yep. What do you guys think about the swampiest Swamp Fest? Eddie is in here. We talked about that a little bit. It's in. I talked about this is what I was talking about with Gromdad, the BMX Center Blood guy today. I was asking him if he's still gonna go because he's pretty sensible about
yeah.
things, and I'm like, well, whatever he's gonna decide, I feel like it's a pretty like sound thing. He doesn't know, but we were talking about like the whole idea behind it and everything. And Trey Jones is in a crappy position right now because it's not like he's the NBA. It's not like he's the
Yeah,
NHL.
but how much money do you think that he put up in there? He's just going to owe money back for people putting that stuff on there, for building it, or for holding whatever money. Fine, set it for another date. It's easy. The only thing is whatever he's constructed, or if he even constructed,
He
just
did.
get back people's money, tear it down. He's going to make a shitload of money off of emissions anyway. And I'm not here to bash on him or anything. It's good BMX is coming together, but also I just no.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to go and no, it's stupid. If he did that, he's no,
See,
don't
that's
do
the
it.
thing. He's in a really bad position because it's either postpone it or put everyone at risk. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to decide to make everyone else be put in the position of do we go to this thing and risk it, or do we stay
X
like
Games is canceled.
X Games Shanghai is canceled. Um, Dennis made a good point. People should watch the Joe Rogan experience with Michael Osterholm. I listened to the whole thing. I mean, it's just a guy who's uh, expert in diseases and things like that, and uh, he just has a lot of good information.
Yeah, and obviously uh, this is all about like obviously BMX and what we're doing. I'm
Yeah,
not no scientist. Like my my woman works for a pharmacy and does infectious diseases and stuff. And I'm no expert. I hear what she has to say and the things that she says. I'm gonna be very honest with you, scare me. So,
yeah.
and I'm not in the mood for anything. I mean, I'm poor. I couldn't I'm not Tom Hanks. I can't get away with things. So, I can't afford anything. And
So just
just put a
control who you're by.
well, that's the
Control.
hard part. You just don't know. And
That's the
it's
thing. That's the way you got to think about it. To anyone who doesn't think it's a big deal, think about it this way. You don't know until like 4 or 5 days in. So in that amount of time, you're also spreading it. And think about if someone that you don't know, think about every single person they came in contact with for the past 5 days, then every single person that person came in contact with. And that just makes the amount of, like, it's insane how many people you could come in contact with or even give it to.
right. Well, you live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, so you're gonna be really fine. You don't see a human ever.
Well, today,
That human's like an alien to you.
I was at the
You're
bike
fine.
shop. No, I was at the bike shop today.
And you
And
saw one human.
no, there was a bunch of kids came in, and I was like, Oh, Jesus. All these little kids. Um, got canceled anyway. Yeah, that's the thing. So just everyone stay at home for a month and you'll be good.
I'm no scientist. I'm nothing. I just care about BMX. I just
Yeah.
know that industry wise, I know a certain amount of companies. I'm not talking just BMX, talking across the board, road bikes, mountain bikes. People are affected.
Yeah. And it's not even like to the point fully yet that they would be, you know?
So we had bike shops that came here from California to come to Cabda for the show, and I asked them how many people were on the plane from LA to come to New York. You want to take a guess on a 250 person plane? How many people were on it?
One.
11.
Huh.
Do you want to know how much that flight cost for them to come round trip from LA to New York, back to LA?
Like now?
Yeah, like how much money do you think they spent for these tickets?
Oh, $600 a ticket.
90 bucks for round trip.
Oh, you were talking. Okay. I thought you were talking before.
But I'm just saying, like, how crazy things are just
Yeah.
becoming. And, like, when we were there and the companies were there, it was just like, obviously, Chris Moeller is a party animal. He don't give a shit. He partied so hard last night. He's like, if I don't, if I ain't sick, something's wrong. But I mean, like, the BMX for at the show, we were on top form. There was alcohol, candy, soda pop, and everybody at the whole show was hanging around the BMX section because we were so lit during this. And everybody else had gloves on and they were just like nimble and all that, but we wore gloves and we were spraying ourselves with stuff and keeping that, but we were still also just keeping it lively. So all the shops are just loving coming around. Oh, we even brought out a Wii and we were playing Mario Go-Kart.
That's
So it was
awesome.
just like, and we were riding around on e-bikes and stuff, and just how BMX gets, it gets crazy. But it,
Yeah.
it was it was good, but it was really sad because when Cabda 2 months ago in California, it was thousands of people.
Yeah.
Chicago was thousands of people. New York, literally 50, 60 people.
Yeah. How, I mean, not how. At least you'll be able to go to the outdoor skate park and be fine to just ride because there won't be anyone around.
Well, that's what I just said. I just said right now would be the best time to ride street because the majority of the buildings are closed.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. It's a very good point. Jeff Mead's in here. What's up, Jeff Mead?
I wonder how many cigarettes that dude's on right now.
That's funny.
And Jeff works at a shop. I'm pretty sure he's seeing a decline in people coming in for repairs. It's going to be. It's just crazy. Small businesses, just everything.
What is crazy, though, is that I was literally at the shop today, and apparently it hasn't slowed down at all.
Yeah, but you're in the middle of the boonies, dude. You guys are gangsters. You guys kill a deer and cook and eat it at the same place you killed it. You guys are thugs.
I'm not going to lie. I've done that. I've literally done that before.
The other thing that I want to talk about is Eddie's on here. I'd really love to get Eddie on here, and I'd like to say I don't know what happened, but I did see it, and a BMX kid did pass away at their local skate.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously I don't have all the information. I heard what happened. It's really freak accident crazy, but it also shuts down the scene for all those guys when that happens, when it's a freak accident like
Yeah.
that. And I'm wondering how much, like, obviously it's sad. Rest in peace to the kid and things like that. But I'm wondering what it's done to the scene. And Eddie would know because that's Eddie's home spot. He lives at Vans. And so I'm curious, like, how the locals feel if Eddie was there, like what they're gonna do for him, if they're gonna do a ride out or do a jam for the kid or just do something, to, represent the kid's life or something, like, because in BMX we're a small niche family, and like you don't hear passings of people, especially riding passings. Like while you're freaking riding is crazy.
Yeah.
Tyler is his name, I guess. But it's just I heard that, and I think he's young, and it's just sad hearing that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think I wanted to address it or bring it up, and obviously seeing Eddie's from over there, so I figured Eddie might have a little bit more. And also, Eddie's got a really beautiful mustache. Just seeing that in the chat, or being on video would be very great.
Yeah.
Hi, Victoria.
Indeed. I don't know if he's still in here or not. He hasn't said anything until since you asked how many people thought were on the plane.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, if these guys were asking questions or doing something,
yeah, it's all right. I did hear about that though. I heard that there's lawyers involved.
Of course. Jason, within my lifetime, I've lost a lot of friends and people I've known from motorcycles, like BMXers, because I think a lot of BMXers don't have fear. So when they get on a motorcycle, they're a little bit less fearful and a little bit more crazier.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had multiple pros that we've lost.
Yep.
Joe Tizio,
Glenn Salyers.
And who?
Glenn Salyers.
Yeah. And it's a tragedy. It's a very sad thing. Yep. I don't like motorcycles, so I hate them. Fuck motorcycles. You want my honest opinion?
I'm with you. Definitely with you on that. Oh, there he is. Eddie said something. What'd he say?
He said yes, very sad, rest in peace to him, and then said that it's closed, but also it's closed because of something else. And and then he says the parents are trying to sue, which obviously I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we had a freak accident where a kid got put into a coma at our skate park, and they tried to do the same thing and sue the state and sue everything. So that's always seems like the natural thing for a parent to do.
Yeah. I didn't know. Oh. Okay. I was literally just going to say I didn't know what actually even happened.
Yeah, I just didn't want to publicly say what it was because it's fucking crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, someone did say it, so that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it's what's funny to me is every BMX area has a scene, and every BMX area has that one guy everybody knows, and it's funny that Eddie is my guy. So if you got Instagram, you've gotten the comment "my guy" from him.
Yep.
Pretty sure he puts other stuff. Everybody's got a slogan. I always say marijuana or "Good morning, you mother." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has something, and it's funny that everyone knows him as the "my guy" dude, which he's gonna just type in "my guy" right now because he's corny. I told him to come up with a new slogan, which he did have a new one, and I already forgot that one too.
Yeah, he can't change it now. That's like me trying to do something other than ice picks.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I can't do anything other than full cabs. So.
But hey, everybody's got their thing. Everybody's got it. Oh, I'm trying to situate. Did you ride today?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I had a lot of orders and everything in bike shops. So we had to unpack and go back to the warehouse, and then BMX Museum, which is ran by Powers Bike Shop. I gave him Brian Foster's X Games gold-winning full face helmet that I had, so he could put it in his there's my guy. So he could put it in his. He's starting a museum.
Oh, he's starting a real one.
Yeah, he's starting a real one, and he's buying all that.
That's awesome. It's cool that he's instead of it being you have to go in the shop. I mean, obviously there will be stuff there, but It's cool that he's gonna like curate something. I think that would be sweet. And then like
He's buying a huge building and
cool.
dedicating majority of the building to his museum.
That's cool.
And he doesn't sell anything unless he has doubles, but it's like he has this thing where he says, "Hey, I'm going to sell this," but if it's given to him by pros, he doesn't sell it. It's the same thing like
Yeah.
I've had people offer me money for that helmet and it was given to me. Why would I sell that? So I'd rather give it a home. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
It'll be cool too to like have somewhere where more information can be found, like, and document it, because I feel like a lot of that stuff, the only information about it is in people's heads, you know?
Yeah.
like like once, if something like gets lost or something like that, it's just gone because the only information's in someone's head.
Right. And Um, the funny part is later on in life, when you ride BMX and you get 20, 30 years in, you really realize like how important it is. Like right now, there's going to be a kid that isn't like the greatest rider in the world. But he loves BMX so much. He's going to start collecting memorabilia.
Yeah.
And then 20, 30 years from now, that memorabilia in the BMX community is going to be worth something. Like all these jokes that people have about these oil slick shit, it's all going to be thrown away and wasted, but
Yeah.
someone's going to save that stuff and eventually that'll be a part of BMX history at this time,
Yep. That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
you know, and right now it's all the early 90s and early 2000s that these guys saved. And take me for instance. I was talking to Chris Moeller, and I was telling him things about himself during contests that he was saying, and he's like, "I don't even remember saying that." I was like, "Yeah, I just watched so many videos, and I'm so obsessed with BMX. You
That's
know,
funny.
I just remember everything you've done because
Yeah.
that's real life." So like, but right now these kids are going to start doing that, and it's something good. Like
It's
they're
just
going to
cool.
take like a Devin Smiley, one of his. All right, this is going to sound really weird and crazy, but if kids don't know who Taj Mahalic is, somebody has Taj Mahalic's dreads in a bag and have his X Games gold winning medal. And I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. I am one of these type of people that I've asked multiple times if they would sell me or give me one of the dreads.
Ugh.
Yeah, to you that's gross, but like in BMX, there's a want and people need that stuff. It's just crazy, but people like that and it's memorabilia. So
Yeah.
one day somebody's gonna get Devin Smiley's dreads and save those, or somebody's gonna take one of those Kadama Badumo stupid ball things and have it signed by what's his name? The guy that wears the safari stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to have him sign that and they're going to save it and it's going to be worth something to somebody at that time. You
Yeah.
know, like Chad Powers has Matt Berenger's bunny suit when he did the front flip in the bunny suit on props.
That's
So
crazy.
just crazy. He has the horse head that they wore when they were puking in that thing.
Trey has that.
Or Trey has it now. But I'm saying like people keeping that crap. Think about that.
Yeah. Wow. Couple people jumped in, Nathan Brown and Ayala. Not cutting my hair, Nathan. What? What?
I'm texting the woman real quick. Sorry.
Gotcha. 20 Grip asked if this is going to push back your frame release.
I hate doing it this way because I feel weird when we talk this because I don't like being anything. My frame's getting made and we're gonna have it done. I might be able to get the I'll probably be able to get the prototype in and get to ride it and stuff because that's what I got to do first before we could sell it. But
Yeah.
right now I'm fine.
Gotcha.
Eddie just said get Sean McCanney's Red Bull helmet, like things that are like that. Get Sean McCanney's signature Stranger frame. How about his signature premium frame? Here's a good one. How about we get Garrett Reynolds' Redline bike?
Ooh.
And that's what Chad has. Chad keeps buying people's original bikes.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I
You
never
know,
thought about that. Like the current days whatever stuff and how it'll be in 20 years.
right? And it's just things that you have to save or hold on to. And I'm making a joke about oil slick, but I'm telling you because
No,
everyone
that's real.
it's so shitty. Someone's gonna hold it. Someone's gonna be like, I gotta have this.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep, definitely. Which is crazy. Crazy to think about that.
And that's a good thing about Chad. Chad is definitely doing something good, and he has almost every magazine ever made, and every company complete almost.
Wow.
Like every one you can think of, he has almost all of them complete.
That's insane. I feel like though once you get to a certain point, people just know you as that guy. So if they have something, they're like, yeah.
And they're just gonna give it to him and help him, just like Trey gets help. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Who won the Aitken raffle? I'm curious. I'm curious for sure.
There you go. See that? People already probably forgot about Adam LZ.
Adam LZ Stranger Frame
Adam
will probably
Adam LZ, how he killed Stranger.
be No one wanted to admit it at the time, but he definitely had an effect. That's funny. Man, got me feeling old and paranoid over here. Let's just keep it all going. The blue elementary stem with all the pieces. Man, I used to have that stem.
Dude, I'm not trying to do an Rubik's Cube just to hold my bars up. That shit sucked.
Listen, Linda, it's not the same.
Well, if it feels like that, it definitely is.
Look, it's a see-through Rubik's Cube. Ooh.
Any obscure company that comes out with something weird or one-offs is always a sellable item too that people don't think about. Like these new tubeless tires. I don't. It probably. I'm being honest with you. I don't see it catching on. I would
Well,
save them. Just like
Alienation's done it for 10 years and it hasn't like blown up. So if it was going to, it would have with Alienation.
right, but Alienation's like a brand that isn't like they're trying to take advantage of having a name. Alienation doesn't. And I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying that their name isn't as big as another's. So they're trying. Well, yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So they're gonna try to do it right, and I don't think it's gonna work because Alienation's already had theirs there.
Yeah. Or maybe it just needed some competition to go back and forth before anything happened. I feel like,
Whoever has a cheaper price is better. You know how that goes because kids love a cheap price and a color.
yeah, I don't know. Hopefully something happens.
Uh, I just wish bar pads weren't so expensive. That's what I hate. They're expensive to get made.
Oh, that makes sense.
Really expensive to get made. Oh, see that? Cardinal frames. Oh, God, I love those. They had the dopest team. E-Man, Skyler. Who else was on that team? Do you remember do you remember Cardinal? They
I
had
mean,
the dropouts that went straight down.
I heard of it.
Yeah. That team.
Yeah, but like, what happened if you needed to move your wheel?
You don't need. What do you mean? That's the reason of it. You don't need to move shit.
It's just always slammed.
It's always slammed. It's perfect. You don't have to do shit.
What if your chains, ha, nice unintended pun. It's true, it didn't. Because it's good. Scavenger.
That's a good one.
I have a scavenger frame.
You do?
Yeah.
That's good. Is it broken?
No. It's got two huge dents in the down tube. But that's it.
Oh, they're all talking now. Look at them. Holy crap.
John Heaton was on Cardinal.
No. No way. Definitely not. He was on McNeil. McNeil. That's the only thing I know him for. Unless he just like randomly did something weird where you get dudes that'll jump on some weird obscure company. But Tip Plus wasn't Tip Plus basically running, and they had Tip Plus had Integral, and they had Cardinal.
I don't know. This is before my time.
Yeah, this is way before your time.
I have an Ashley Charles frame.
You don't even know who Ashley Charles is, do you?
No.
Yeah, this is what you get for having so many old dudes that are in the chat.
All I know is that you never trust a dude with 2 first names.
Oh, I like that.
I'm pretty sure Heaton was on Cardinal for a bit at the end. Someone else says it.
No, that's the same person.
Oh.
I wish Kurt was in here right now. Kurt could definitely let me know. But he could be right because towards the end, because McNeil was going out, so it could have happened. And I didn't pay attention much at that time sometimes. So.
Couldn't tell you.
Oh. Eddie said I'm right. I don't know what I'm right about, but I'm going to go ahead.
Right? How old is everyone here? I know who Ashley Charles is. GOAT. 47.
46.
32, 46, 12, 27. There's such a good mix in there.
Yeah, I enjoy the 12.
29.
And the 12 is like their perspective on bikes and BMX and life is so much different. I can remember at 12, I just learned, this sounds so crazy to say this, I was just learning on vert ramps how to do undercoping 540s at 12. Man. So like I'm going way back and thinking at those times.
Oh, there's all the ages. 31, 15, 38, 34.
Bulldog 29, bikes. Yes.
48, 29.
That's the man.
Oh, you were right on Tip Plus having Integral and Cardinal. 39 and a half. 47, 36. There's so many people.
What's so funny, Eddie? This is how gangster I am. So I went to Tip Plus, and I went there with Eddie Cleveland, and Eddie Cleveland was going to get his paycheck, his first paycheck from Low Tech. And I was talking to, I don't even remember who I was talking to. It was whoever was running the program at the time, way before Rich Hirsch. And the guy asked me, he's like, yo, Ricky, anything you want in the warehouse, you can have it. What do you want? And then I just told him, I was like, put me on pro for Integral. And he started laughing, and he's like, why do you want to be on that shit? I was like, because you have nobody on the team. Nobody's there. He's like, all right, you can't have it. He's like, what else do you want? I was like, I want every DVD and every VHS in the whole warehouse. And he's like, we don't make VHSs anymore. I was like, well, I found a lot. He's like, you can have them all. So he's like, you don't want a bike, Ricky? You can have a whole bike. I was like, hell no. I just want your VHSs. So I went to their lunch spot. What do you call that place where you hang out and have lunch?
The break room?
Yeah, like the break room. I went in there with a big bag, and I went up to this like 5-columned like shelf, and I just unloaded over 300 VHSs and DVDs and just threw them inside of a bag and left with those.
That's awesome.
And that was like the greatest thing I ever got from Tip Plus. Oh, and then I got to ride the backyard ramps before they got torn down because of fire hazards. That was a good time.
Sounds like a good freaking time.
2004, baby. 2000. No,
yeah.
Sorry, 2000, 2005, 6, 2006.
I wasn't even riding bikes yet.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. The longer you guys are in BMX, the more you're going to remember. Maybe that 12-year-old right now, Ayala or whatever, in the future, this sounds crazy, 20 years from now, in the future, it's going to be holograms. And the hologram will be Eddie Collier with his mustache looking like Splinter off of Ninja Turtles. And he'll be in the group chat, and it'll be me and you talking, and that IA will be like, "Oh, you guys remember back in the day when you go live and everything was virtual? Now we can see you as holograms." I'm telling you, 20 years from now, holograms is the next thing.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Were 990s with built-in bearings any better? There was brake mounts with bearings built in?
I don't mess with brakes. I cut that shit off.
Are you talking about brakes with bearings in them? Brody. I started paying attention around 2006. Me too.
She said, "What the fuck?" I'm telling you though, that's the way being. Okay, here, I had a conversation today with my boss Mike Brennan, and I said, "Yo, do you remember in the late '90s when you would go on a trip?" All right, obviously I lived in Montana,
Yeah.
so there was no such thing as GPS. GPS didn't exist yet, right? Or if you had GPS, you were rich, right?
Yeah.
So we had to go on Google, and we had to Google Maps where we wanted to go, and you would print it out, and you would have a sheet of paper like this, and you would have to flip through all the papers, right, Brent?
Yeah.
And so you would be driving, and I remember being in like Orem, Utah, and I'd be like trying to find a skate park, and you would have to stop at a 7-Eleven, get off a track from your destination that you're looking on the paper. You would go to a gas station and say, "Hey, do you know where a skate park is?" And the dude would be like, "Yeah, drive on this road and go 20 blocks and take a left, and the skate park will be there," right? Do you know what they say? You know what happens to us every single time?
That's not there.
No, it's a goddamn state park, not
Yeah.
a skate park. I don't know where I am. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't have a phone. I don't have GPS. Then I have to ask for directions how to get back to the freaking stupid highway. Do you know how many times that happened to us? Or how many times okay, the worst thing, if you've ever you've never done this yet, Brent, but
What?
if you drive from Vegas and have to go through Barstow, Barstow is the only place you can get gas, and gas in 1999 was like $4.50. Do you know how much money that is back then? Gas for a gallon of gas was $1.09, $1.08 at that time.
Oh.
We went through there and we barely had any money and couldn't make it. I wish we had 20 of Grips money.
I was going to say thank you for the super chat for the hologram fund.
Anybody on here pre-internet, pre-cell phones knows how tough BMX was. And the funny part was you never knew. You just knew a contest because of maybe somebody had a blog and then the magazines put it in there. And if they canceled it and you showed up all the way there, you didn't know until you showed up. There was no internet, Instagram to go check.
That's funny. Things were different.
For sure.
I never experienced that because by the time I was driving, smartphones were already a thing. And but that was back whenever GPS on Android sucked really bad. So I had it, but I didn't actually have it. So that's what I know.
This one.
Yes, dude, I miss the
AM. It's just BMX. Like the longer you ride BMX, the more you go through things. Like I remember when edits first started, and all of us dudes were like, "This is gonna kill BMX and ruin BMX. This is gonna ruin it." And then they came out, and then we're like, "Fuck." Now I can't take 2 years to come out with a video part.
Yeah.
I have to come out with something in 4 months. So it made us have to ride harder and faster. And then vlogs came out, and we're like, what the fuck is this shit? Now we got to film something every single day. And it just, now it's to the point where your video part edit and your vlog has to be 7 seconds long. And it's just one banger, and that's your video part. That's nowadays.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Nothing will kill BMX though. You can't kill the BMX. Oh, does Merit still make the upload stem?
Yes.
What is the upload stem?
It's the inaugural MK2 stem. It's a 50 millimeters by 30 millimeter rise. It's long, tall, good looking, sexy, good for your life, good for your lower lumbar.
Ha.
I'm not at work right now. I don't want to work anymore. Yes, we have them.
Well, you worked more than you needed to. You could have just said yes. Oh, dude.
I got pizza. I got a pizza waiting for me that's non-dairy and whatever cheese that I can have because I'm lactose intolerant. I am so excited for this thing, dude.
Bro, Pulse e-bike kit review for BMX. They're gonna need to give me like $5,000 first.
Why?
Because I'm not doing that shit.
That is the first time I've ever seen you say something good. Holy shit. Hey, in chat, when's the last time you ever seen him say something like I've never seen you do that. I'm appalled and shocked at the same time. Yeah, and I know chat's with me on it. I've never seen you do that.
I'm just
That's
saying,
amazing.
if I'm gonna do something like that, they're gonna pay for it. I'll do it, but they're gonna have to pay me for it because I ain't doing that for free. That's
Yo,
all I'm
send it to
saying.
me. I'll do that shit for free.
$400 US dollars. $4,000.
I wanna do that, and what I'm gonna do is drive as fast as I can and try to do a 180 at 28 or 30 miles an hour. Just to see what happens. And just let it rip.
Yeah, 400 US dollars. I'll do it for 1,500.
1,500.
Do that. Take the $5,000 and get an RV, or I can pay off part of my student loans and not have to pay as much every month. Boom.
How about fuck your student loans and you buy a midget?
I did not see that coming.
Do you ever see what's coming from me?
No.
I hope I'm not predictable.
That
I
is hilarious.
I just want to say to everybody in chat, just be safe. I know
Yeah.
that we already talked about it early. Just be safe. Don't conjugate around people. Don't be doing your fucking cool ass handshakes that look like gang signs. You don't need to. You don't need to be doing all that shit.
Just
Make sure
limit
you
who you have contact with, and that's like the biggest thing. Stay at
and
home. Don't go to
all
the
you
movie theater.
vapors and joint smokers. It's your time to bogart that shit, son. You don't have to share. All weed smokers should be excited, and vapors, I don't condone it. I don't give a shit about it. And cigarette guys, you're not gonna have to share anymore. So you can think what's going on.
Oh, that's funny. The whole chat was all like, Brant swearing?
Good, dude. That means that I'm finally getting to you, my bro.
It
You've been
means
hanging out with me for like 3 years. I'm getting you to drop an F-bomb.
it means that I reserve it for certain circumstances, and reviewing a Pulse e-bike is one of those circumstances.
I can think of tons of things that you've done that are worse than that e-bike.
I don't care.
I didn't even have an example. I just want to shit talk. It just sound. I just basically want to be that little annoying person where hey, another $5.
M word fund?
Hell yeah.
What's the M word?
Motherfucker, I hope.
Well, that's the MF word. We really about to see donated money to get me to cuss? Is that how this is going? Thank you for that 20 grip. What are you pointing for?
I held my breath. That was the test.
That's not real. That's fake news.
All I got to tell you is when I went to the grocery store and people were fighting over shit, it's real.
Gotcha. He clarified what the M word
Oh,
is.
fidget is the M word. I e-bikes for a BMX bike. The first person to ever do it was Matt Hoffman, and let's leave it at there. And he was getting like 30 feet airs. All right, nobody cares.
Well, that's the thing about the electric bikes, like this Pulse thing. Next up, funding brand. The Pulse thing can't get you to go as fast as you can go just pedaling, apparently. So it's kind of funny.
I work at Walmart, and it's yo. The worst job I had was at a pet shop, and I was the rat bitch, and I had to clean up dog shit. I had to clean
Oh,
and I had to clean dog shit. I did that for a full year so I could buy my standard STA 500, baby. Call me the Gons. I had to get that first one.
you know my job?
Yeah.
First and worst, dishes at CC's.
Dude, dishes are fun, bro.
It was just like,
That was a weed whacker engine. Hey, Matt Hoffman was the first one. I don't give a fuck. Motor, e-bike, fucking prosthetic legs, pushing him.
hey, don't be talking. You got a teammate with a prosthetic leg.
He doesn't have a leg.
Yeah.
My teammate is legless. He's a kickstand.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I gotta go.
So he doesn't speak English, so I'm fine. Oh, oh God. All right. So anyway, I gotta go eat pizza. I wanted to just let everybody know I love them. Be safe. Shout outs to my shirt sponsor, which is my job, Merit. Shout out to Fletcher Bikes in Texas for hooking me up with the hat. Shout out to my girlfriend for my socks. And Brant Moore, I love you. Everybody that's in trade chat, I gotta go. World of Warcraft is the greatest thing in the world, and yeah. Oh, the next time we do this group chat, I swear, Brant, let's just do. You guys can You guys can ask us questions, and we'll answer them. How about that? The next one, we'll just remind them.
Yup.
Let's just do that. Like, let's just run the whole thing off of what they say and try to answer it and talk about it.
We can try. We're gonna see where it goes.
Right. And then, yeah, I mean, the world's not flat anymore because Brant Moore just cussed, so we're good.
It's not the first time.
I'm first. If you listen right now, I heard a cat die because you cussed.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. You've been with me in person.
I have. You got a horrible caca mouth. All right, I love you guys. Have the greatest day in the world.
Bye-bye, Ricky.
Hey, love you.
See ya. Love you too. He still hasn't hung up. I don't even know what he's doing. Apparently it's not over yet. Look at that lumbar support down there. Oh, there he went. He gone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time to wrap this one up. I have plenty of time to work on stuff. I got a dentist appointment before my BMX news video tomorrow. I got 20 grip with the super chats tonight. Thank you for that. And I guess before we back out of here, before we back out of this party chat, I have a question for you guys. For the 22 of you who are still in here. Let me pull this up. So here's the question. If you could do anything to this park to make it better with taking out the, where am I at here? Oh, I can't do it. Taking out this thing, what would you do? All right, come on. I'm trying to get it. think we got it. Anything to make that park even better. Because the skate park that is being built is they're not doing the shade structure, and that means more money towards the park. So with that, leave that, and we're going to bounce. Leave it as a comment on the live stream, or on the video from the live stream, and I will check it later so we can actually have a conversation about it rather than it just disappearing with this. Leave it in a comment on the actual street video from the stream. We're not talking about a complete redesign here. We're just talking about an added feature. So yeah, leave it as a comment later. That being said, I'm going to jump off here, get some work done, maybe get to bed early, and see you guys tomorrow for the news video. Thanks for hanging out, and good night. Also, thank you to everyone who's tuned in, and thank you to 20 Grip again for those super chats. Good night.